everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So Meghan's mole's right on it as usual with Meghan Markle's craziness or her kind of brainwashing, I guess, with her mocking Princess Diana. And she writes, "Look, Harry, I'm just like your mother." So it's referring to this black and white picture, supposedly of Megalodon jumping into a pool. But you can't see her jumping from anywhere. It's like she's just mid-air with some balloons that say happy birthday. Oh, I guess it's her birthday. Is that what it is? It's supposed to be her birthday. Picture doesn't... first of all, that's not her body. Is it? I guess those are her masculine legs. You know, men have very... no... fat on their calves, so that's one theory why the legs look like this. But as with everything else, I suspect this is photoshopped because you don't... I mean, look at her heel on the right. Look how square that is. Now, as ugly as her feet are, I don't believe they're square shaped. And you can see by the front toe there, there's like white, like where the tree is. It's supposed to be dark there, but you got this big white toe or something. It just looks like a sloppy copy-paste job. So she hasn't gotten better. 10 years, she hasn't gotten any better with the photoshopping. And I think the whole thing is a satanic mockery anyways. They know you're going to see their photoshopping, and they don't care. And yeah, here we go. It's sticking on me. It doesn't want to go smaller. But she wants you to believe she jumped up from the ground or something. Like, where is she jumping from? Normally, because of course she's copying Princess Diana here, who is quite obviously jumping off a boat, right? You can see the legs and the side of somebody sitting on the boat. So she's doing the princess thing and jumping off a boat. But with Megalodon's crazy insanity, she's not jumping off of anything, so it makes absolutely no sense. There's like some kind of rope. You see the rope over here? I don't know if you can see my thing here. Now you can't see my cursor, but you see the rope, not just the line of supposed to be the balloons, but there's a vertical rope hanging there. So I guess she wants you to believe she climbed up the rope and is jumping from that. But I think we both all know that this woman who can't even walk down a hill, she has to squat down and, like a 3-year-old, scoot herself on her butt. We're supposed to believe she's suddenly so athletic she could climb a rope and with balloons just jump down. I mean, you've got to be kidding me. And her head is also, I believe, too large for the body. Wearing sunglasses too. Yeah. They look awfully thick, but this whole thing looks photoshopped. Look at the ear. I don't believe this is even her. I think she may have did she put her face on someone else's head again? So this is the post that she put up on her Instagram saying thank you for the birthday love. There's no comments on it, no likes. I think she has them all turned off. But this is something it seems narcissists or Satanists do on their birthday when everybody's ignoring them. They post something and say, "Oh, thank you for the well wishes," even though no one has. It's a pathetic cry for attention, as always. And then you can see with her left hand, I don't know, that looks AI or something made this. Obviously, it's not a hand. So I guess this is an AI picture. What's going on with the hand there? I mean, she knows how fake this looks. It's not even trying to make it look real. I mean, everything is just a satanic mockery with these two. And it looks like it said another thing that AI does badly is writing. So you see it says HAPP and then it kind of disappears. And then it looks like she wrote over it in a different font with a cursive font here, wrote over what was actually on this fake balloon and tried to fade it out to make it look similar. But this is obviously all AI. That's what's going on with that balloon there. It looks like somebody took a bite out of that balloon. It's all fake, all AI, I think. So it's not even her photoshopping. And look at her. Okay, so she has 4 fingers, but look at that first finger. It's like 10 inches long. I mean, we know she has ugly fingers, but you can only really see 3 of them. No, actually, she has 5 fingers here because you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So she's, and then the thumb. So 6 altogether. So she's got 6 fingers on this hand. Or maybe that 10-inch phalange on the side is supposed to be her 10-inch thumb. I don't know what finger this is up here, but yeah, it looks like AI. AI again. She just looks so cut and paste onto it. So she obviously, maybe she no, this is gotta be AI. Only pathetic AI. And again, a satanic haha joke. And one, also, besides this Photoshop picture, we have the fact that Harry and Meghan have been bringing in their satanic sorcery with the Childhood Safety Act to strip away everyone's privacy online, or an attempt to do so in America. And we see happening in America just like what has been going on in the UK. A woman in Texas whose the town water was turning brown, and she posted a Facebook post about it, and they quickly arrested her, claiming that she was inciting fear in the town. You know, similar, they're trying to claim like she was, you know, it's like saying fire in a movie theater. And so this woman who's never been in trouble with the law was put in jail and not given bail overnight, and she had to go to court and fight it and spend all this money. It's a very small town, and she was a member of the veterans group, and they kicked her out because they didn't want her, someone who's been in prison for doing that, or not prison but jail. Of course, she's fighting back against the state, the freedom for First Amendment rights. But this is exactly what they've been doing in the UK, of arresting people for Facebook posts. And this is thanks to Harry and Meghan with their work with the Childhood Safety Act. It was in Trinidad, Texas. This is from the Epic Times. This is the water. You know, her and her elderly neighbors had to buy water. And so she was posting on Facebook wondering when the Department of Health was going to fix this. And, you know, it's another example of what they found in the water with a light on it. So it's ongoing. It's torn the town apart. It's the police chief who arrested her had to resign, and ongoing. Someone else protesting for her, who they said had a swear word on his protest sign. They arrested him, and now he's suing. So it's a really big mess, and it's very concerning that they would act so violently against a citizen for simply posting about the water in their town, their very small town. And it makes you wonder, why are they so quick to arrest someone for pointing out something wrong with the water, right? And then one of the first comments on here, if you read the comments, is this is a prime example of why bills like the Kids Online Safety Act are absolute poison. Because the Online Safety Act that Harry, Meghan, and all their corrupt British politicians and advocates like Imran Ahmed and Jory Craig and also that baroness who's been going state to state in this country, a British person trying to pass this garbage here, this evil. And it's, of course, about trying to take away your anonymity online to get everybody arrested. They can't arrest you unless they know exactly who you are. And that's why they want the Childhood Safety Act, right? So that way they won't just deplatform you next time. They will have you arrested. And Harry and Meghan are just chomping at the bits to do that. So let's take a look at this. This is Harry and Meghan's work, and this is where it's leading if it's not stopped in time. And don't forget, the Harry and Meghan screens that they built were almost half were adults, legal adults, 18 through 24 or something like that. So they lied and deceived people with James Holt to push this childhood safety garbage. Of course, also with the World Health Organization and Tedros in Switzerland, they put it up again because they really want to be able to arrest people for their speech. So just like Prince Harry lied in court and threatened Gavin Burrows and forged his signature to try to get him to lie in court and say he phone hacked, thank God he refused to do so. So Harry lost his court case. Harry and Meghan always lie and deceive. They're Satanists. That's what they do. And that's who they work for, the king of lies. So their lies are leading to legislations to take away our rights, our God-given rights. So they absolutely need to be stopped, and they need to be called out. And the mainstream media is as corrupt and evil as they are because they don't call it out. They keep giving them a platform to spread their lies and their photoshops and their AI pictures. And it's just ugly, evil nonsense. It's just they all should be arrested, perpetuating this deception on the public and the crimes against humanity they're involved with and still involved with. So I'm just going to throw some cards on the situation here. Now you got to worry about, things are okay with freedom of speech for the most part now, but what about in the next administration if you get a Biden 2.0? Harry and Meghan will end the censorship and the arrests, and God only knows what the globalists will pull out. They only want to get worse and worse. So how are Harry and Meghan feeling about this woman in Texas getting arrested for posting a picture of water on Facebook and having her whole life ruined and bankrupting her? That she's very little money and she's got to spend it on court cases. So the rest of the town, instead of supporting her, which they should be doing, they kick her off the Veterans Board, and it makes it difficult for her to, people back away. They don't want to get it sends a message of fear. So now everybody in that town and other towns are going to be worried about posting on social media if they have something like to complain about in their neighborhood, like the water or 5G towers or data centers. So this is sending a message as well and going to influence people. They're going to be more hesitant to complain about the constant noise from a data center or something. That's where it's going. So how do Harry and Meghan feel about getting this poor woman fired from her job? She's a grandmother. Her children are shocked this would happen. Oh, government, emperor. Yeah, Harry and Meghan think they rule the world, the globalists. They want to get rid of all the national governments and national identity. And just like Harry said in Vax Live he did in New York City, hello, global citizens. So Harry and Meghan think they're the kings and queens of the entire world, the global citizens. Right? That's why they're flooding illegals over borders. They're like, there are no borders. It's a one world government, one world globe. That's what they want. That's what they're working towards. And no one's stopping them, right? So they're quite happy because this is part of the one world government that Harry and Meghan are going to be very high up in and very influential because it's King Charles at the top. As well as all the other globalists like Bloomberg and whatnot. Five of Wands reversed. Sneak fighting here. This is fighting. and taking people out and doing it kind of secretively. You know, they're behind this. Nobody's tying this directly to Harry and Meghan and their work, but it's directly with their censorship and the Aspen Institute and all the other work they've been doing. Six of Cups reversed, upsetting people, separating people from their families, separating mothers, grandmothers from their families. They probably want to separate the children too. They love that. They want to put fear in everyone. 10 of Wands. Yeah, they want to take everyone that they don't like, that has the wrong opinion, want to take them out, deplatform them, prevent them from being able to get a job. Because you're just a slave to them. You're a good-for-nothing, useless eater. Like Jane Goodall said, we got to take you out. There's too many of you anyways. This is Harry and Meghan pushing the Online Safety Act at the behest of King Charles there. 3 of Swords. Yeah, excess suffering they want to cause. Excess. See, they're instigating people with these AI pictures and videos and photoshops, and they want to take you out for criticizing them. You know, they're instigating, as even Tom Bowers pointed out and many others. That's what they do. So that's Harry and Meghan's job, is to incite people, be a huge story, which they were with the royal wedding. They knew that would make them worldwide, get attention, and use that to do things to anger and upset people. And then they could turn around and say, well, we're being picked on. Meghan's got hurty words on Twitter. So yeah, now they're arresting people thanks to the bill that Harry and Meghan are spearheading with their pals, claiming that, Meghan's feelings were hurt, allegedly. Meghan doesn't have any feelings. Okay, that woman is a psychopath, not a woman. Anyway, an M to F, but whatever, we'll call it a woman. Yeah, that thing, and both Harry are trannies in my opinion, and they just think they rule the world. They are very happy with it. Very happy. They're fighting secretively, right? They're fighting, not totally secretive, but it is a large part of it. You know, this is not played up in the mainstream media. This is kept undercover while, they do other things to distract. And of course, these two cards together, reversed, shows that the distraction, one of the main ones, is Harry and Meghan fighting with William and Catherine, right? That's the big brouhaha they have. They always make it between two women because they know that's always going to be a good fight, a cat fight. It's been like since the beginning of Hollywood, they've done that with female stars against each other because that attracts a lot of attention. But of course, it's all just been a big lie, a big distraction. Harry and the royal family. Harry's going back, but William won't talk to him. Oh, William's decided he's going to meet Harry again, and of course TRG talks about it. The whole thing's a scam. But this is part of their psyop, right? To help usher in their new world order that they're going to be ahead of, or at least high position in it. And maybe, Meghan's been talking about being president of the United States. I mean, they want there to not be a United States. But Meghan they would put her as a head of something, I'm sure. They would reward her like they did Jacinda Ardern, who now teaches, I think, at Harvard or somewhere else. They made her some kind of professor or something. Yeah, so Harry and Meghan, they're loving this. They're loving this, and this is what it was all about from Megxit. This is what Megxit was all about. I mean, look where we are today from 2018, after everything that's gone down. Harry and Meghan have succeeded, at least so far. Hasn't been totally passed here, but there's a lot of pushback, and it better not pass. And Harry and Meghan should be called out at the very least for lying to Americans and deceiving them and bringing those fake parents. I think those parents are fake. If they were real, their children probably were adults, legal adults, well over 16 when they passed from drugs, not from social media. So there's that. So yeah, they're quite happy with this. They're quite happy having citizens arrested. They love it. You don't hear them complaining. You don't hear them coming out and standing up for the rights to use their speech. Didn't Meghan, all the other Marxist communists say that? Use your voice, right? Use your voice. Now I want to ask about why they arrested this woman when she really wasn't saying anything offensive. She was just asking when they were going to clean the water up. She wasn't swearing or threatening anyone or anything like that. So, why did they jump on this woman? It's such a bizarre thing to jump on, right? This small town with 800 people in the middle of Texas. Some woman just asking when they're going to fix the water. So why did they jump on her so fast? Remember Dr. Artist, if you watch him, he made a documentary years ago, after COVID, where he talked about watch the water, like they want to poison the water, he thinks. They want to get people that way, not just fake meat and putting mRNA in vegetables, but I think also the water is a target of the globalists against us to poison us. So let's see, potentially vaccinate. So let's see. Why did they jump on her about the water? Why did they arrest this poor woman? Queen of Wands, they want to make an example of her. They always go after women, right? Because they looked at her as an older woman and thought Karen. They're always targeting older women. That's who Meghan and Harry targeted, right? With Christopher Boozy. It's those middle-aged white women. That's who was one of the people, a very prominent case. I don't know if she was the first or one of the first women who were arrested in the UK for a tweet. Was it, I forget her name, Jennifer Connolly or something. I'm probably forgetting her name, but they're always going after, she was a mother, middle-aged woman. They're always going after the middle-aged women. Where are the targets? Where are the targets for all the globalists? The globalists hate us because we can't be brainwashed by their woke DEI garbage because we're already fully formed adults when they started doing that. So they don't want young people listening to us. So they really just want to kill us all. And so they're going to use us to abuse us and imprison us if we call out their lies, their climate change lies, their lies about safe and effective and everything else. So, but why did they pick on this woman with the water? What was about this woman? So she was middle-aged. That was one reason they picked on her. She's a grandmother. So why else did they pick on her posts? It's like they just randomly, I don't know if they have AI pick a post or something. 6 of Cups. Yeah, they didn't want young people influenced by her. Four of Pentacles. And I also got this one fell on the ground. 4 of Cups. I think it's reversed. 4 of Cups, again, water. So I got water here. I also see with the 6 of Cups, this particular one, you've got 2 children behind a wall. So I can also see this as, imprisoning her or putting her in jail basically overnight. But it was a horrendous experience. This woman, right? They wanted to imprison this woman and other middle-aged white women like her to keep, to isolate them from society and their groups. And of course, this is about control, right? Keeping control of everything, particularly on the internet. That's what Harry and Meghan want. That's what they want. Full control over everything. They want to know your data. They want to follow you with flock cameras. They want to know all your data. This is your data. They want to get all your data. That's why they want your real names and everything. So they can make money off your data. That's why Harry has his little carbon app with the Travelist. It's going to collect all your data. That's what he does to the people who are stupid enough to join in Griftus. They collect all their data, especially with that mental health app, which is a joke. And Harry and Meghan's work with Megxit has been like the 4 of Cups here, which is, you can see the person doesn't want to accept things as they are, right? This is like Megalodon here, but this is Meghan and Harry and the globalists in general. They don't like how things are. They want to turn things around, upside down, upset people, and they want people to accept their control. So they're trying to gradually, I guess you could say, through arresting and deplatforming and publicly shaming, like that the Sun did to those British women back in 2019 when they outed these women from Twitter and doxed them and put them in the newspaper saying, she said Meghan Markle was ugly. How dare she? This is her name and where she works and where she lives. So by attacking middle-aged white women and isolating them and putting them in jail for a tweet, they're trying to bring in more and more controls over your freedom is all of your freedoms, really. They don't want you to have any of them, of course, but they're trying to do it in a way that people will find tasteful. Like, people will not accept if they come out and say, we want to take away your freedom of speech. Are you okay with that? Obviously nobody is, so they're trying to find another way, and of course they're doing it through children. They're saying, oh, Child Safety Act. Yeah, that's what it is. We gotta arrest these middle-aged white women, right? Christopher Boozy, right? Sussex Squad. You gotta get those middle-aged white women, those Karens. You got to arrest them, and you got to, go after them and put them in jail. Yeah, you got to, control them, control their speech, right? Take all their data, steal all their data, and do it in a way that, like those fake fraudulent screens of death that Meghan and Harry put up, do it in a way so that people will accept it. We'll say, oh, well, we do want to keep children safe, don't we? Yeah, so we should all be forced to give our data and our identity online so they can track and trace us and collect our data, and AI can process it and do all kinds of predictive things. And if AI thinks you're going to commit a crime, well, then we'll just arrest you in advance. And oopsie, AI made a mistake and thought you were that person in another part of the country doing something, and you get arrested for it, which has also happened. Oh yeah, that's what Harry and Meghan want, for sure. So it is part of that. It is part of the censorship picking on this woman. But so, because she's a middle-aged white woman is the main thing, and this is the whole globalist. See, it's not just Harry and Meghan, they're globalists. So this woman was targeted for the same reason Harry and Meghan targeted middle-aged white women on YouTube and Twitter. It's the exact same, because it's the exact same globalist group. It's the exact same people. One big club, and you ain't in it. You and me ain't in it. Yeah. So how's it going to go for Harry and Meghan with their lies and Photoshop videos, and they're pushing censorship? Thank goodness at least one of them is going to the UK, and get rid of one of them at least. Love to get rid of both of them. So how's it going to go? Okay, so they're going to continue fighting and trying to destroy lives. Yeah, they're warriors here. They're going to fight. They're going to pretend they're doing good, right? This is what the globalist Satanists do. Pretend they're doing good, but in reality, they're killing people, hurting them, destroying them and their livelihoods. Yeah, why do they do this so much? Why does Meghan and Harry just love destroying people's lives so much? I fell face down, so I'm not counting that. Why do Harry and Meghan love... Why? We know why. They're evil Satanists, but I'll just ask it anyways. Face down. Why do Harry and Meghan love it? Oh, there we go. They love it. Them and their satanic pals drinking the blood together. Meghan's cheap wine she pushes, pretending, oh, happy, I'm the happy housewife, me and my satanic friends. And, yeah. They love pushing something on people that they don't want, forcing it on you, and making people depressed and unhappy. They enjoy that. Oh, there we go. She's a witch. Because she's a witch, and they get some sort of satanic power. I guess the globalists who are Satanists are empowering them with everything. And she's getting her satanic power from being part of the group, and an important part of the group because of it. Spreading her poison. Yeah, it's empowering Megalodon. For sure. She was nobody before this started. Another thing I find interesting about all this is, like I said, it is an attack on middle-aged white women. And at the same time that she's attacking middle-aged white women, she's also mocking and copying, as we know, Princess Diana, right? I mean, she's always copying Princess Diana with everything she does. Oops, I don't know why it's so big now. Let me see here. I made this window too large. Oh, no, it's the wrong one. Not that one. Okay, here we go. Got it. So, she's always mocking Princess Diana constantly, and I think Well, we'll see. Why is she always mocking Princess Diana? Is this because she's obsessed and MK Ultra or whatever? I find it interesting that she's mocking a middle-aged white woman and copying a middle-aged white woman and pretending to be a middle-aged white woman by trying to pretend to be Princess Diana. But then Princess Diana's peers, other women who are in the age range of what Princess Diana would be today, around that age range, she is attacking and having any way she can, trying to have them arrested. So, what was my question again? Yeah, why is she always copying Princess Diana? That'll be the last one. Oh, yeah, to upset people, particularly middle-aged white women. Because like I said earlier, right, as we all know, Harry and Meghan are here to provoke, harass, get you responding on social media. And particularly, she wants middle-aged white women. And middle-aged white women followed Princess Diana, followed her career, were very aware, saw her in the magazines all the time, as I did and many others. So very affected by her death and everything else at the time. Well, over it now, unlike Harry and Meghan pretend to be. But so long ago, I mean, you're talking 30 years ago now. So, but Harry and Meghan don't want to let it go because they like using Princess Diana to provoke middle-aged white women so they can attack you first, have you arrested first. That's their job, finishing off those middle-aged people for sure. And this is the fact that Meghan's never going to stop. It's like excessive 10 of wands. It's over the top, post after post, picture after picture, again and again to provoke. This is her job, basically. One of the major parts of it, besides grabbing microphones, right? It's nonstop with her, and she'll never stop. Yeah. Her and Harry are in on it together, of course, as well as the globalists, to control your freedom of speech. I see this very much as a controlling freedom of speech. You know, normally the strength has her hands on the mouth of the lion, and this one, you have a lion. He's got a fire in between his paws. He's like creating this uproar. So this is Harry and Meghan working together again to create this controversy and provoke people and upset them and offend them, particularly middle-aged white women. And Six of Wands to take you out, to take you down. They particularly target any white women who may show leadership or charisma or have a following, you know, like Yankee Wally, like Ashley, TRG, me, Murky Meg, anyone's got particularly the people who have a big following. Those are the ones they want to take down the most, the prominent women. You know, they can't get us all, right? So they're targeting the most prominent ones, particularly on social media. Those are the ones they're really gunning for right now. But of course, as we've seen with, I think it was Lucy Connolly was her name. As we've seen, they'll go after any woman, like that poor woman in Texas, who was not a social media influencer at all. She was just in her small town with a Facebook page, just posting to her town. So there you have it. Now she's a big story, though. Now she's world famous because they make you world famous from all of this. Of course, that's not what Harry and Meghan want. They want to just take you down, and they want to look like they're the heroes here fighting injustice, like Harry would say with his crooked court case where he threatened and blackmailed Gavin Burrows to try to even to have a court case, and Harry's turning around in the media claiming that he's fighting for freedom of speech. I mean, these people are such evil, satanic liars. You can't believe anything they say. You can't believe anything they post, whether video or pictures. Everything is a lie and a deception, and extremely, extremely evil. So pray that Harry and Meghan are defeated and that they do not win with their little. And them and their little demons with their childhood safety nonsense. They'll just create something else and come back again and again, I'm sure, because the Satanists never give up. But, just making people aware of them and how evil they really are. So I hope you found this interesting. If so, please like and subscribe. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye.